Hi, so I'm Steve from JEC.
And I'm Sean from JEC.
So we're going to do a little bit of an FAQ video. Some of the things that have been asked through social media are actually on the WhatsApp group that we've got. So first question, Sean, how does the rental work?
Okay, so the rental process essentially is done via the website. So it's quite simple. You jump onto the website www.jecnvg.co.uk. You find a product that you want to use, be that Gen 3, Gen 2 Plus, or something slightly lower, even a handheld thermal. Add that product onto your shopping basket and then look for any accessories that you may want. When you add the product to your shopping basket, what you will be asked to do is to provide photographic ID as well as proof of address, as that is where the item will be posted to, unless of course you're collecting it in store. You'll go through the payment method and you'll be asked to read the terms and conditions, which are available in multiple places, and there'll be multiple reminders on the website. There's also a step-by-step guide before you accept the terms and conditions to make sure that you're happy with how everything is used, and also access to the YouTube channel, which gives you all of the instructions on just about every item. So you go through, you pay for the product, and what we'll do then is send you a confirmation email to say that the payment's been taken, and we'll keep you sort of on track all of the way. Do you want to explain what happens when you finish with the item?
Well, I've got a couple of points I want to raise. So the information that you send in to us, so your proof of ID and proof of address, we don't actually store that. That's actually stored in a secure area, so we can check it to make sure that you are who you say you are, and we're not sending a set of $4,000 nods out to somebody that's going to disappear off. So all of that gets actually checked. And then also about checking your dates, obviously in the calendar. So on the right hand side of the page, when you're looking at the individual device, you'll be able to see if that device is actually available for you on your event, or if you're going to do stargazing, walking at night with your dogs, whatever. So you need to just be making sure that the dates that you're looking at, the unit is available. So as Sean's basically said, so once you finish with the unit, and what we do make sure before it comes out to you is everything's checked. We take images of the actual units and the units in operation, so we can check to see if there's any blems, things of that nature, any marks actually on the screen, and the condition. In the actual kit there will be everything that you need. So there'll be the unit itself, there'll be a helmet mount, and there will also be the relevant batteries dependent on which unit. So some units use standard AA's and some units use CR123s. When you are finished with it, put everything back in the box. There will be a pre-posted label if you're posting it back to us, and that will use either DHL or DPD. If we send something out, make sure it comes back. So like the lanyards for securing it to your helmet, and also the batteries. We seem to have people that think that because they've rented a unit off us, they get to keep the batteries. The batteries are ours, we like them back. Once it's back, once you're ready, there's a number to call. The courier will arrange a collection date. They pick it up, it's on a 24-hour service, it'll come back to us. We get to check it once it's back with us. If everything's hunky-dory and everything's there, you get your deposit back. If there's issues, that's when we start to have a conversation with you. Yeah.
So the next question that we've been asked is, why use JEC and why not somebody else?
Okay, so we are relatively new onto the actual rental market, but we're not new to using night vision. Both myself and Sean have used night vision in our previous military service. We like to think that we are only using kit that we would use ourselves, and also all our stuff is near enough brand new, so it's not 10-15 years old and it's like blemmed and you can't really see out of it. We've just built 2 new units that have got 0 hours on them, so everything's new and up to date. I would just like to think that we are very professional in what we do. Just have a look at are we on Trustpilot yet?
Trustpilot and Google.
Trustpilot and Google. Just have a look at the reviews. You'll see for yourself that the feedback that we're getting is 5-star. Or 4.9 on Google, I think, because we can't get to 5 yet for some reason.
We don't have enough reviews yet to get to the 5-star.
5-star. But everything's positive, and if there is an issue, we sort it out. The last thing that we want as a business is supplying your unit out for a game or event. You get in there and it doesn't actually work or it doesn't fit your needs. That's why we make sure, if you're not taking a helmet from us, we make sure that the actual mount fits the helmet that you're going to be doing. There are some cases where if you're running a non-genuine helmet, an airsoft helmet, some of the mounts can be a little bit tricky to actually mount in, but we've got ways and means of getting around that for you.
But on that, we've also got the instructional videos that we filmed, which tell you everything about mounting it to a helmet in the most basic terms and how all of the mounts and everything work.
So if you are new to night vision, the last thing that we want you to do is like just get a box delivered and go, I don't know what I'm doing with it. You know, the mounts can look quite intimidating once you first get them. This is a standard mount for a unit. You know, if you don't know what each of the buttons do, you can be messing around and not having a great experience. And that's why we've done the instructional videos. It tells you how to actually operate the nods in each individual unit, and also how to use the actual mount, the lanyard, which way the batteries go down, things like that. So you might hear us using nods or NVG. So nods is a night optic device, and it's just a different terminology for the same thing, basically.
So the next question, the last question is probably for me. So the next question I'll ask you for this one as well. So what happens if something goes wrong?
Get in touch as soon as possible. You know, the units are very robust. They are well protected with the lenses that we send them out. If something does go wrong, whether it's with the unit, give us a call. There's always somebody available, unless it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're on a night game. But send us a message and we'll get back to it as soon as possible. If there's an issue that it's been stolen, that, you know, unfortunately you've left it unattended at a game site and it's been nicked, or it's been nicked out of your car, then that's a conversation that we need to have. But we'll work with you on the process with regards to that. The T's and C's do sound very scary, but if you look at anything with regards to T's and C's, you know, you rent a car or a minibus or a van, the T's and C's are always quite heavy. We've not had any issues whatsoever with any of the units. We've had batteries not coming back, and we've had a couple of lanyards not come back, but we've dealt with that. Just get in touch and we'll sort it out.
I think you made a really good point on the car minibus rental. So it's another good reason to rent from us, I suppose. You know, if you're needing to move house, you're not going to go out and buy a £50,000 van just to use the van once. You'd naturally go and rent one from Enterprise or another company. So by using us, it gives you the ability to rent it short term to see if it's something that you like, whether you like green phos or white phosphor. You know, the different views that you can get, whether it's thermal. You can try everything essentially before you buy it.
Yeah. It's a lot of money to have tied up in a cupboard, and if you're not going to be doing lots and lots of game events or using it for other activities, obviously legal activities, it's a lot of money to have tied up, you know, and I don't think anybody's really got, you know, 3-4 grand kicking around for the unit, and then the mount, then the helmet, and then all the other stuff ancillary that goes with it.
And then the batteries that tend to go missing.
Yeah, tend to go missing. Yeah, we've got a subscription with Amazon at the moment. It just seems to like another set of batteries. So, question for you, Sean, because this one's your baby. What's the sponsorship program with JEC?
So the sponsorship program is where we work with be airsofters, security personnel, or people that want to be involved with night vision or the sport of airsoft. You can go onto the website, view all of the information, but essentially you are kind of buying into the company. You're buying a product from us, and with that we have a bit of a deal where we work with you to offer you 10% off for future purchases, 10% off rentals. You'll be invited and get first dibs to our special game days, which will include training, use of night vision. So we're planning a few events at the moment over the next year. With that, we work on social media, so we'll share your posts, you'll share ours. We work together to produce banners, and as that proceeds down the line, the next year we can offer discount codes that you can give to other people. All that we ask is you buy a shirt, we'll send you a free patch, you wear it, advertise it for us. We work together to grow with each other, grow each other's social medias. And I think it's a great experience. People get to learn a lot about the equipment. I think they're getting a great deal. They're getting a 10% off. And the items that they can buy are often cheaper on the website anyway.
Yeah, I mean, what's the price of a shirt currently?
Currently between £9 and £14 depending on.
Okay, so even if you went for the cheapest option, which is, let's say it's a tenner, so you're getting 10% off that. And then you've got an ongoing 10% off any of your night vision. So if you were going to rent a set of Jules offers, that's £225 for a weekend. You're getting over 20 quid straight away. So you're actually getting your money back on your first rental. It is a no-brainer. Have we got only one level?
We've got 3 different levels. So level 1 is quite simple. It's the first year, so it's bronze, and we've obviously got silver and gold. But bronze is you essentially get a discount that you can use personally, and it's a 12-month period where we get to know you as a player or a person that's been sponsored. What we don't want to do is kind of jump on with the wrong person who's not trying to be involved for the correct reasons, and make sure that the intent is right, that you do want to work with us and that you're willing to put as much effort in as we are. Year 2, again, you'll get a different coloured patch. If you want to stay on, you don't have to buy another t-shirt. But year 2, we will give a discount code out and a banner. So if we can get a high resolution image off you, we'll put the JEC logo on, or your team logo. We'll do you a nice big banner, and you can take that to game sites and advertise. Year 3, we can give you, with year 2, you also get a discount code that other people can use. With year 3, you'll get a discount code that every time it's used, you'll get money into the kitty. So if that person gets 10% off, you will get that 10% back as store credit or cash back.
Cool. It's no-brainer. No-brainer. Any more questions?
That's it for now.
Cool. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you get any more FAQs or you've got any questions that you want answered, ping us a message and we'll try and do our best to answer them. Thanks so much for watching.
Cheers.